So good evening, Hugh Hefner settings again. Mad love for the dressing gown, by the way. Yeah, you guys in the comments are mad. Henry Wright will be joining me very, very soon. He's just finished up on a live stream, so he will be joining me literally any second now. But big up to everybody in the chat. As you can see by the title, we're not happy. And yeah, when am I happy about this football club, man? It's mad. This football club is absolute banter. Here he is. Here he is. What are you saying, bro? You look like how I feel.
Oh, I'm all good, Lee. I'm all good in personal life, but this football club, I'm not going to go mad for shit.
Don't swear.
I don't want to get demonetised, but let's talk about Arsenal for a minute because then I won't be mad. But yeah, I mean, it's just bad, isn't it? It's really bad. I mean, I see yesterday, sorry, you've let Callum Chambers go. Yep. So at this rate, you're probably going to have Mikel Arteta on the bench because you've got that many players out.
Yeah, mate. Well, listen, Aaron Ramsey's linked to a move back to Arsenal. Jack Wilshere's wearing number 12 in the training camp in Dubai, which is Willian's number. Obviously, Willian's not here. We might as well dust off Arteta's boots and get the band back together.
Oh, it's...
Mate, North London, I don't know if you've seen the title because I know you were streaming. I called the back end of your stream, yeah? Right. But honestly, mate, at the title, I've put North London is clapped.
It is. I'm not like trying to upset anyone or be that guy anymore, but both our teams are just so far in the mud. We're literally in the cement. Like, it's embarrassing. You've got your lot who are just don't look like you're even interested in anyone. You know, we're getting linked with Alvaro Morata, who's absolutely finished. We're getting linked with that player. You know, we'll talk about it in a little while, Tottenham, but you just don't seem to be doing any business. Obviously, Dusan Vlahovic, your main transfer target, is just signed for Juventus. And yeah, it's just the same old, isn't it? You know, I'm hearing Arteta signing a new 2-year contract.
Mate, what are you sipping on? What are you sipping? You're on the Coca-Cola. We're on the Suave tonight. We're on the Suave. But yeah, this whole transfer window has gone exactly how I expected it to go. I can't lie. Yeah, this is the history of the Arsenal. You know, we diver, we get linked to everybody. Our fans gas up players they've never watched, and they get hyped about exotic names: Houssem Aouar, Emi Buendia, Dusan Vlahovic, Bruno Guimaraes. We just hype up players they've never seen. And we end up getting nobody. And listen, we will sign somebody. I 100% think we will sign somebody. We're now linked to Ruben Neves, which is funny because I said in the summer before my Twitter was suspended, take Ruben Neves in a heartbeat over Granit Xhaka. And all the top gooners sat there and said, "Oh, he's no better than Xhaka." If we sign Ruben Neves, which we won't, but if we did sign Ruben Neves, it's an instant upgrade on Granit Xhaka. We're not signing him. Yeah. Why would Wolves, right? Real talk. Why would Wolves let him leave right now with literally by tomorrow, it'll be a couple of days left of the window, the 29th, 30th and 31st, so 3 full days. Yeah. Why are they going to let him leave with 3 full days of the transfer window to go when that leaves them short after they've just got rid of Adama? We'll come to him in a bit. But I just don't see us signing a top player. I think that we're going to sign some obscure player that nobody's linked us to, because that's how it always works. Nobody was linking Callum Chambers to Aston Villa yesterday. All of a sudden, bang, Aston Villa drop it. It's like done deal. We're like, what? We've sold Callum Chambers. Not that I particularly rate the guy, but when you're getting rid of players, Pablo Mari, yeah, Callum Chambers, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Florian Balogun, Kolasinac, yeah, cool, you can go, mate. Yeah, but you know, we've got rid of 5 players in this window, and we called off a game against you lot the other day because we were short on players, and that backfired because we were trying to be smart for the Liverpool game. We lost that game, Diogo Jota FC, and yeah, here we are, 3 full days of the transfer window to go, and we have got rid of 5 players. Aubameyang's linked, and apparently there's loan bids on the table from Juve and Barca. Eddie's apparently got a deal on the table from Newcastle.
He can only go Barca though if they get rid of Ousmane Dembele. That's the part I was reading it earlier because I was watching Romano stream.
If I'm a Aubameyang, I'm going anywhere. I'm just getting out the club, mate, because bro, I know he kind of is divided opinion because of the whole Arteta thing, yeah, with what he said, right, and the fact that he's been poor since the new contract. But let's be real, he's still scored more goals than Lacazette this season.
Still scored the same amount of goals as Harry Kane this season.
There you go.
And he's been your top goal scorer the last 3 years. He carried you to an FA Cup. He scored every goal between the quarterfinal and the final. He knocked out Man City on his own. He scored both goals against Chelsea, and one of them was outrageous. He had Rudiger on skates. And then just because he signed...
it was Zuma. He spun Zuma.
Zuma on skates. Just because of the man you've got in charge has pretty much ruined his legacy at Arsenal. And it's the same with Nicola Pepe. I know, unfortunately, Ivory Coast got done out of the African Cup of Nations the other day by Egypt. Of course, it had to be a Salah penalty as well, by the way. Of course it did.
Did you notice he took the glory, though? He was doing up Ronaldo settings by 5th.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, it's like when he comes back to Arsenal, Aubameyang, if he doesn't get his move, he's going to sit on the bench and he's going to ruin his legacy. The best thing
he's not even gone to Dubai for the training camp, but Jack Wilshere's there. Yeah, he's at Colney training on his own.
I mean, that's just
going into training on his ones, right? But Jack Wilshere has not got any contract with Arsenal, has flown to Dubai for the training camp and is wearing number 12 right now. Yeah, the whole thing is a sham, right? And then we see that
Arteta he's on the payroll as well, by the way.
Say again, man.
Wilshere's on the payroll.
Oh, 100%.
He's being paid by Arsenal.
Oh, 100%. Come on, man. Why do you think he's spitting all these, propaganda on TalkSport? Oh, yes, Arteta did. Oh, yeah. Of course he is, man. Like, the whole club, is finished. Yeah, I'm not going to say that word because I got it wrong the other day. Yeah, but the whole club is finished.
Ended up on Instagram like to 3 million followers.
Mate, it was about 8 million. There was another one with 4.7. It was created, bro. Luckily, they didn't tag me. Thank God for that. My notifications were sweet. But no, honestly, all jokes aside, right? We have got a thin squad as it is. We've done £250 million since this manager's come into the club. And we are getting rid of players when we need players, right? And we're linked to players left, right, and centre. We've signed nobody after 28 days, right? And anybody who comes in now, for me, is a panic signing.
Yep.
Because it's too late. And people will sit there and say, oh, but no, what you're talking about, these deals are not easy in January. Bollocks. Yeah, this club has had, from the day the transfer window shut in the summer to now, to tee up the deals, for January. How can Coutinho, inside 48 hours, go boom, Aston Villa?
And Luca Digne. How can Newcastle sign any players? Oh, well, no one's going to want to go to Newcastle because they're in a relegation zone.
Newcastle signed Bruno Guimaraes for 40 mil when he didn't want to come to us? How has he gone to, no disrespect to Newcastle, beautiful city, beautiful stadium, beautiful football club, mad fans, right? How has he chosen Newcastle over Arsenal? No disrespect, right? I know they've got dough, but we can pay just as much, if not more, weekly wage than Newcastle right now. So why has he chosen Newcastle? It's because
that's absolutely insane. I had a massive debate on one of my shows let
me just answer this comment real quick. Sorry, one second. Leave Wilshere alone, you waste man. Bro, I'll say what I want on my channel. If you don't like it, set your own channel up and say what you want in it. Yeah, thanks for watching, Chad. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll say what I want. Yeah. Cheers. Go on, mate.
No, I've completely lost what I was going to say now. Oh, yeah, I was on a stream 2 days ago and I said, everyone was going, oh, why would anyone want to go to Newcastle? They're in the relegation zone. Okay, let's rewind 2008. Man City were getting more draws than flipping troops when he's flipping smoking his fucking joints, mate, when they had Mark Hughes, mate. They got 7 draws in a row. They sacked him. And everyone was like, why is everyone going to go Man City? They're a washed club. Where are Man City now? Through money and the right recruitment, the right structure, the right scouts. Everyone in their academy is coming out and he's either cloned to be Phil Foden or David Silva. They've got more talent in their academy than any team in the country besides Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's absolutely obscene. Oh, but no one wants to go Newcastle. They haven't got Champions League football. You didn't have Champions League football when you signed Lacazette or Aubameyang. Chelsea didn't have Champions League football when they signed Kante.
Man United didn't have European football when they signed Ibra and Pogba.
Yeah, we didn't have it when we signed Heung-min Son either. You know, it's just
it's all
BS.
This whole top four and you need Champions League to sign top players is all a Sky Sports thing, mate. That's all it is. Sky Sports dress it up. Oh, Champions League top four race. Load of rubbish. At the end of the day, if you want a player and you pay the money for the player, you're getting the player, mate. Look at that Lorenzo Insigne. He's just gone to the MLS. He's on about 300 grand a week. He's just left a team that are in the Europa League fighting in a title race, right, to go and play in the MLS. So if you want a player, you can get a player. Arsenal and Tottenham, yeah, are washed. Yeah, they're finished. They're done. Yeah, Tottenham have been done for a long time. Yeah, they've never.
We'll talk about us in a minute because I'm going to go.
Yeah, okay, I'll come to that in a minute. But Arsenal, to go from the history, the tradition, the Arsenal. Yeah, we're the Arsenal, mate. Yeah, we're classy. Yeah, classy. Well, there's nothing classy about sticking our top striker in the bin without telling the world why you've stuck him in the bin. There's nothing classy about giving the geezer who stuck his fingers up at the fans and told them all to jog on. Right? There's nothing classy about that. Yeah, and letting him back in the team. There's nothing classy about letting him flirt with Jose all summer at the Euros and then saying, you didn't get your move, mate. There's a new deal on better money. That's not classy. There's nothing classy about the 40 million and one that we offered Suarez. Yeah, this club has not been classy since the day we smashed that stadium down, mate. And all these fans that sit there and give it the big un about, oh, it's only a week into the window. Oh, it's only 2 weeks into. Oh, it's only 3 weeks. Oh, Vlahovic is coming. None of these idiots have watched him. And if anyone had watched Fabrizio Romano for the last 7-8 months, he said he ain't coming. So why has anyone believed that he's coming? Because the only person I believe when it comes to transfers is that guy. Because he very, very rarely cocks up. Yeah, Fabrizio. People say he's a tapping merchant, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, that guy is very, very rarely wrong. And he said, and I know this for a fact because I watch his videos, right? He said in the summer, Atleti bid for him. They rejected the bid, right? Then they came back in. They rejected the bid. Yeah, Arsenal apparently were flirting around, blah, blah, blah. But the player said, no, I don't want to go Arsenal. Yeah, his dream is to play for Juve. So what his agent has done perfectly is say, well, Arsenal were in for me. Look, they're really pushing. Yeah, the amount of Arsenal-based journalists that have said that, oh, we've had a £65 million bid accepted. No, we ain't. Yeah, because this is all absolute rubbish because that guy's agent has manipulated the situation so well, his client's now at the club he wants to play for, right? And the funny thing about it is his idol is Ibra. So why didn't he want to play for AC Milan then with Ibra? Why didn't he want to play with Ibra, bro?
It's just, these agents are so corrupt. You look at Alvaro Morata, Arsenal, Newcastle, and Tottenham are interested, right? The only team I think he'll probably go to would be Arsenal because you are crying out for a striker. Lacazette leaves in the summer, Aubameyang's potentially leaving, Balogun's out on loan, and Alvaro Morata is absolutely finished. The guy's on the bench at Chelsea, and not at Chelsea, at Juventus. He couldn't hit a Ballon d'Or at Chelsea. You know, you look at the journalism in football is crazy. You know, agents leaking news to the press to boost up their players' fees. But you talk about your club's finished, right? You ain't even on the tip of the iceberg. We are an absolute fucking shambles. We did a stream 2 weeks ago. We were on the verge of signing Adama Traore. He was going to be the new right wing back. He's now playing at Barcelona because we didn't want to pay 22 million. Oh, hold on. We didn't want to pay 22 million because we didn't have the money. So we didn't fork out 45 million on Diaz. So we did clearly have the money. We forked out 45 million on Diaz for Liverpool to go, do you know what? We'll pay the money. So they're already unbelievable attacking force of Minamino, Origi, Firmino, Salah and Mane. We have got Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, and that is it. We are an absolute shambles. 3 seasons ago, we wanted to get Bruno Fernandes and Ruben Diaz. We got Giovanni Lo Celso, and we got Joe Rodon. This board, Daniel Levy, is an absolute parasite. You know, this is no word of a lie. We had more trophies than Arsenal before the Premier League. Actually, look at it. Since the Premier League, you have absolutely took the piss out of us. You've won, I think you've won 3 Premier League titles. You've won 7 FA Cups since the Premier League. You've been in
8 FA Cups. Wenger won 7, and then Arteta's won 1.
There you go, 8 FA Cups. You've won more FA Cups since the Premier League started than we have in our entire club's history. This club is an embarrassment, and there's a reason why there's protests going on down at the club shop. It's just ridiculous. Traore.
Let me just pull you up there. There's protests going off down at the club shop, yeah? Last time you lot did a protest at the club shop, you had the B-Tech Ed Sheeran turn up with a banjo.
We can't even do a protest correctly. It's just embarrassing. Look at Arsenal and Man United when the Super League turn out. Man United broke into their ground. It was like, we're not having it. It's not happening. We do it. And it's one geezer standing there with his dog, Tom, Dick and Harry, with a banner. It's absolute shambles. This club is genuinely the worst run football club in the country. And I'm not even taking the piss. People say, look at Derby, this and that. Okay, I get that. I understand Watford, their manager situation. They're having managers more than Mia Khalifa. Gets you know what. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely, I'm pretty calm at the moment, but it's just absolutely ridiculous.
I can't lie, right?
How have we not signed Adama Traore?
I said this. Well, listen, let's be real. You bid half of what they're going to buy him for.
Yeah. So you go to a car dealership, you got a brand new C-Class sitting there, 40 grand, top of the range. You walk into a dealership, you go, I see you got a nice motor there, 40 grand. How about we give you 15? How'd you fancy that? The dealership we're going to go jog on, mate. And rightly so. And Wolves did the same thing. And we're sitting here 28 days, 29 days into the window. And all we've done is loan out Jack Clark to Sunderland, who was an absolute panic buy on deadline day 3 years ago. And he's been on loan to 7 clubs now, right? And he's not even 24. He's been on loan to 7 clubs. And all we else have done is put 15 million on Adama Traore. Oh, but we're trying to get Kulusevski from Juventus. Oh, it's just a panic buy.
And that is another player, right? Can I just say this? Because we've been linked to him. You've been linked to him, yeah? We were linked to him in the summer, right? And this is another one that none of our fan bases have watched. That's, he sounds like he's got a good name. Yeah, Kulusevski. Oh, that sounds good. Bro, this guy is whack. If he was any good, Allegri would start him week in, week out, right? I don't care what anyone tells me. That guy's coming to the Prem. He is flopping. Yeah, he is flopping. I don't watch that shit league. Yeah, and it is a shit league, with all due respect. Yeah, it is a crap league. There's a reason that Dusan Vlahovic has gone to Juve and not to Arsenal or Tottenham. Couple of reasons. Number one, they will be back challenging for a title next season. Number two, they've got a better manager than us. Maybe a better manager than you lot. I'd debate that. I think Conte's better, but you could argue either way off of the track record of Allegri and what he's done in Italy, etc., etc. But not only that, he can stat pad the shit out of that league, bro. Yeah, so he looks good. Yeah, it looks great. Then what he can do is when he slaps it in that league, which he will, because he's already doing it for a worse team. Then when it comes to contract negotiation in 3 years' time, all of a sudden he can ask for 300 grand a week. Yeah. Oh, Man City are in for me. No, they're not. But it sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, I want 300 grand a week. The fact is, you come to the Premier League when you're that age, or look, listen, let's be real, right? Cristiano Ronaldo scored 29 goals last season. He's bagged 8 this season in the league. Lukaku bagged about 20 odd goals this season. Last season, he's bagged about 5 in the league. This Dusan Vlahovic was behind both of them, and both of them are flopping right now. What makes anyone think that this guy had come in and smash it? Now look at this Kulusevski. Bro, Jared Bowen is lightly as stratospheres clear of Kulusevski. Yeah, Saka, as much as our fans put him up here, I would take Saka over Kulusevski. The guy's played over 100 times for Arsenal in proper Premier League settings with different defences that are parking the bus, they're kicking you, they're hurting you, they're fucking you up.
Man City, Chelsea, United, the lot, Spurs.
Yeah. When you play in these other leagues, and it's no disrespect to these other leagues, and I was saying this with Rance earlier on, right? I'm not the Premier League's the best in the world, because it ain't. Yeah, all the leagues are as bad as each other at times. The difference is this league is different defensively. You know, and when you look at these other leagues, right, these players get way more time on the ball, so they look better. If you give a player time and space, even give Granit Xhaka time and space, the guy's spraying 60-yard diags left, right, and centre. He looks like a prime Pirlo. Put him in the Premier League when there's a player on him, as soon as he touches the ball, bang. Yeah, all of a sudden he looks like he's not a footballer anymore. Yeah, and this is the problem. people gas up players based off of, oh yeah, look, he plays for Juve. Oh my God, he's got an exotic name. I've never seen him play, but all the top accounts are rating him. Fuck off, man. Yeah, at the end of the day, all these attacking players, bro, the majority flop. I've said this for weeks, months, ages, yeah? They flop. There are exceptions to the rule. Of course there is, yeah? But the majority of attacking players, let's go through them, right? Jadon Sancho. Flopped. Nicola Pepe, as much as I love him, maybe not his fault right now, but he ain't fucking done it, bro. From what he was doing in France,
yeah.
I'm not sitting there. Yeah, Alexander Lacazette flopped. Bagging for fun in France flopped. Yeah, then you go to Pulisic, flopped. Yeah,
Timo Werner. Havertz.
Yeah, Timo Werner. Yeah, bagging 25 goals a season in Germany, flopped in the Premier League. Havertz, come with a big rep, bagging for fun in Germany, flopped. The only exception to the rule, really, in the players in the last couple of seasons is Aubameyang. Am I missing anyone else? Maybe
Heung-min Son as well. He was doing bits for Leverkusen and coming and done quite well.
Son as well, but that's going back a little bit further. But like in the last 3-4 seasons, yeah, the only one that's come into this league in a forward position that I can think of at a top club, yeah, is Aubameyang that's just took to it like a duck to water, bruv. Yeah, Timo Werner, I would have took Timo Werner in a fucking heartbeat, mate. I would actually still take Timo Werner now because I think there's a player in there. Yeah, but
yeah, there is.
You just got to get the right system.
He's got to be managed correctly. Someone like Guardiola would get a lot out of him.
Man said, would either of you have taken Lorenzo Insigne? No, fucking quick little dwarf. That's about all he's got. Big up to you, Nippon, man. Make sure you subscribe to NS Sports TV. There was a comment in there saying Salah came from Roma. Salah came from Chelsea. Arsenal's 1000th game for Wenger. He scored the first goal for Chelsea. Yeah, maybe I've missed some others. Cavani. Yeah, Cavani. Has he really done it for Man United?
No, not at all.
Bruno Fernandes, you could say on output. Yeah, cool. He's come from a foreign league. He's come in an attacking position and he's done bits in terms of stats. Yeah, do I rate him? No. But on paper, statistically, yeah, he smashed it. The same as Aubameyang. Yeah, Partey has flopped. There you go. There's another one.
Carl Rossi has put Henry's channel in the title. It's already in the title, mate.
Yeah, it's in the title, bro. It's in the title. Cornet, another one. I don't think he's done that great since he's been here, bro.
Yeah? To be fair, he's playing for Burnley, though.
And that's the problem. Yeah, this is the thing, yeah. And this is why that I sit there. Yeah, Daka. Yeah, big up Georgie, man. Patson Daka's done all right, to be fair to him. He's done really well. Yeah. But there are exceptions to the rule. Of course there are. But if you actually break it down and break down how many right backs have flopped that have come from foreign leagues, it's less than fucking strikers.
You might as well look at our transfers to the last decade because they've all flopped. Aurier, Emerson Royale.
Ibra's different, bro. Ibra's just built differently. That guy's a serial winner. But what I'm saying is, if you actually look at
season now,
if you look at right wing or right forward, left forward, and striker, the majority of players that come from a league where they've smashed it never post the figures that they did in that league in this league. Yeah, midfielders tend to do all right. Defenders tend to do all right. More strikers and wingers flop in this league than any other league, mate. Trust me. Yeah, it is mad. It is actually mad. Big up to my boy Lolo, man. Make sure you follow On The Stoop, people. Come on, Brooklyn's finest in the building, baby. And I'm going to do a stream with Lolo soon, man. Maybe next week. Maybe next week, bro. We'll sort something out. Yeah, and this is the thing. Like, Cornet is a baller. Yeah, on paper.
He starts probably. I take Cornet at Tottenham. I think he starts for us comfortably.
Yeah, but he does start at most clubs on paper. But the reality is, yeah, he's not done fuck all in the Premier League. And this is the thing. Who's the other one? Leon Bailey. What's Leon Bailey done at this Aston Villa?
He has been injured a lot, though.
Yeah, because it's a different league and you get injured a lot easier.
Yeah,
you know
I hear what you're saying. Lee, just quickly, I've just sent you something on WhatsApp. Just quickly look at that.
Let's go. Make sure you're smashing the likes up, people. Come on, let's get these likes up. 1,100 people in the building.
Owners of no ambition. Surely running your club better would mean you're winning stuff. Make your fans happy.
Did you back that?
No, my best friend just did.
Motherfucker pack team of the year, Lewandowski. team of the year fucking Insigne, inform Dzeko, and a Serbi. My guy has had a fucking
1.3 million coins, that is. You're winning stuff, make your fans happy. That would get more revenue. And this is the thing, right? I watched Big Steve's thing on Lad Bible, and he said when you look at Man City compared to Chelsea, Man United, Man City haven't gone and spent they've done wrong. They've spent billions, but what they've done is clever recruitment. 60 million on De Bruyne, 40 million on Rodri, 60 million on Mahrez, 50 million on Sterling, 60 million on Diaz. It's smart recruitment. You look at Man United, 90 million on Pogba, 75 million on Lukaku, 80 million on Harry Maguire, 35 million on Lindelof, 50 million on Fred. There's smart recruitment, and then there's just throwing together a load of players and hoping for the best. And what Man City have done, the way they operate, Guardiola could be sat up there for another decade comfortably and probably win another four or five league titles, maybe win a Champions League eventually. But the way they operate, and it's the same as Chelsea. Chelsea have been self-sustainable now for 3 years, right? They got 100 million out of Tammy Abraham, Kurt Zouma, and Tomori. 3 players that didn't even start for them. They just went, do you know what? 20 million off for Bakayoko. They got 100 million for Hazard and bought smart players. They brought in Thiago Silva. They brought in Mendy. They brought in Jorginho. They brought in Kovacic. The only one that was a bit hit and miss was Pulisic and Werner. But recently, the last 5 years, Chelsea and City haven't really signed a terrible bad deal. Then you look at Man United, Arsenal, and Tottenham. I mean, our recruitment policy, Lee, is an absolute joke. 45 million on Giovanni Lo Celso, 54 million on Ndombele. Then we get the opportunity to sign a good player, and we go, do you know what? How about 15 million?
Mate, it's shocking.
It's embarrassing.
I'm going to share this in a second, yeah, because I want everyone to see this. I got sent this earlier on. I'm going to share it. It's not going to go full screen because I can't be asked to crop it and fucking edit it. Big up to VJ as well. Just don't understand owners with no ambition. Surely running the club better would mean you are winning stuff, make your fans happy. This would mean you get more revenue and profits. See, Man City. Excuse me. But, mate, this is the problem, right? These football clubs, especially our football club, and now your football club's experiencing this as well with the NFL, with the concerts, yeah, with the globalization of your football club, because your football club's getting bigger and bigger daily across the world, right? These football club owners, VJ, and thank you for the donation, buddy, they couldn't give 2 fucks about winning. Because at the end of the day, if you want to win the Premier League, and let's say you go and win the Premier League, let's just round it up. You get £200 million for winning the Premier League. If you come second, you might get 170 mil. But if the team that win it spent 100 mil, they've made 100 mil. But then they've still got to pay the wages. They've got to pay all the bollocks, the fucking upkeep of the state. But then let's say you did 200 mil to come second. You're now 30 mil out of profit and you still got to pay all the wages and that. So why would an owner go the extra mile to kick on when they can get £30 million less for coming second than they can for coming first? And this is the problem with the way football is nowadays. You can come fourth, qualify for the Champions League, get out the group stage. Every win in the Champions League group stage, I think, is 5 mil or 10 mil. Yeah, every draw is about 3 mil. I think even if you lose, you get a couple of mil or 1 mil. Then you get out the group stage. You then win the knockout. You win the first leg. That's a win for the bank account. You get through that. Now you're in the last fucking 8 or whatever it is. Now you get knocked out. You've made about fucking 100 million quid or 80 million quid, whatever it may be. The winners of the Champions League and the runners up of the Champions League, it's pretty much there or thereabouts the same prize pool. And
when you look at Arsenal and Man United, their owners only want to make money. The Man City and Chelsea owner, Abramovich, and the Sheik guy, the obviously the billionaire, they want to win consistently. Man United could happily settle for top 4 for the next decade because every year they'd make a profit. Same as Arsenal, same as Daniel Levy. Do you know, right? It's not even taking the piss now. We have more expensive season tickets than Arsenal now.
Yep.
It's £17.50 for a cheeseburger and chips at Tottenham.
Right, that's cheap because ours is £18.5p.
£18 For a
Hey, let me
dirty
share this.
burger,
Let me share this, guys. Yeah, let me share it. Hey, listen, there's 1,200 people in. Make sure number one, you subscribe to Henry Wright TV. His link is in the title. There's only 232 likes. That is not good enough. If you know, you know. So make sure you are slapping these likes up.
People. I'll big up to the chat. I mean, that's absolutely nuts.
1,200 people, bro. Yeah, Friday night, 9 o'clock Spaniel time. Right, let me share this. Oh, look at that. Look, we can still be visible. So Arsenal's sales since 2018-19. We bought Cazorla for 17 mil. We got rid for free. Wilshere was free. He left for free. Joel Campbell, 900 grand. We made a profit. 400 grand. Chuba Akpom, we made a profit. Lucas Perez, minus 14 million. Danny Welbeck, minus 18 million, left for free. Ramsey, left for free, minus 5 mil. Steven Lichtsteiner, got for nothing, left for nothing. Nacho Monreal, bought for 9 mil, minus 9 mil. To be fair, he served his purpose for 9 mil. I'm not even arguing with that. Takumo Asano, minus 2.7 mil. Who authorized 3.6 for him in the first place? Jenkinson, 1 mil. Yeah. We got more than 1 mil back for him. So cool. Well done to the club. Ospina, yeah, minus 400 grand. Lauren Koscielny, minus 6 mil. Okay, you could say you had your purpose out of him as well. Bielik, profit 5 mil. Cool. Alex Iwobi, 27 mil profit. Great business. This is where it starts getting peak. Henrik Mkhitaryan, got him for nothing, left for nothing. Skodran Mustafi, minus 36 mil. Mesut Ozil, minus 42 mil. Socrates, minus 14 mil. Let all of them leave for nothing. Martinez, made 15 mil. Cool. David Luiz, minus 8 mil nearly. William, cool. Kolasinac, cool. Joe Willock, profit. That total net, yeah, you can't see it on here. I can't fucking zoom in on it either. The total is minus 144 million pounds. Minus 144, right? Now look at the players. Santi Cazorla. Okay, cool. He was done. His ankle was done and whatever, yeah. Jack Wilshere, you left for nothing. You've gone. Joel Campbell, well, whatever. Lucas Perez, bro, that's a piss take what happened there. Danny Welbeck, 18 mil left for nothing. Ramsey, if we hadn't nosed that up, was worth 40 mil. Yeah, if he was under contract, he was worth 40 million pounds in that market at that time. Yeah,
he's on 400 grand a week at Juventus.
Bro, it's
he's about to leave as well.
And our fans were sitting there justifying it, going, "Oh, but that's before tax. Who gives a shit? Every footballer's wages that's quoted in the media is before tax."
Oh, would you turn down 400 grand a week before tax?
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Mustafi, 36.9 million. Let him go. Terminated his contract. Yeah. Socrates, 14 mil. Let him go for nothing. Mesut Ozil, that bastard, yeah, cost this football club 153 million pounds. Yeah. And all these little fuck boys, yeah, should have fucked off with him. Every single one of them. Yeah. It's ridiculous, bro. It is ridiculous how this football club has run. Yeah. And your club, I look at your club. Your club is a mini Arsenal in the making. Yeah. Trust me, in terms of what you're doing transfer wise and contracts running down. And
can you pull that up? Did you get that picture of a website, or can you pull that up for any club?
Somebody sent me it, so I don't know. I don't know where they got it from.
Because I looked at ours the other day, and we spent 144 million on Ndombele, Giovanni Lo Celso, Ryan Sessegnon, Joe Hart.
Only done for about 30 mil, wasn't it?
Yeah, 25 million, and he can't even get in the squad. We gave Joe Hart a 40 grand a week contract to be that voice in the changing room. That
the cheerleader.
Winner. Yeah, we wanted a voice in the changing room. We get a better manager, you know, or we'd back Conte. Because I tell you now, I've said this and I'll say this before. And big up to everyone that's just subscribed as well. We've just hit 4.3k.
Come on, keep subscribing to Henry's channel, man. It's in the title.
Yeah, mark my words, and you can clip me up if you want. Conte will be gone before the end of the season.
Do you know what? I keep hearing Spurs fans saying this, right? Let me put this to you, right? Adama Traore has gone to Barca on a loan with a 5-year deal on the table that he's agreed terms on if they activate it for 30 million euros, rising to about 35. You bid about 15, right? That tells me you never wanted him. If that's true, we don't know if it's true, but if that's true, you never wanted him. You were apparently in for Dusan Vlahovic, load of bollocks, because we weren't either. Yeah, but that's all hype. Do you think that all of this, and I said this, one of my best friends here, big up Leo, right? I speak to him every day here. he's a Tottenham fan, a bit older than me. And I said to him the other day, I said, do you think this is just all push it out there to say, look, we're trying, when really they were never going to go for anyone. Conte knew that you were never going for anyone, but he's been promised a big lump in the summer.
Yeah.
And just do what you can now.
So
we'll push out propaganda. Everyone will get, oh my God, fucking Conte is going to walk. He's going to walk. But then the summer comes, we give you a big fat load of money. You go, because let's be real, you've got more income than us, bro. Your income is bigger than ours.
Well, actually, at the moment, we're losing £180,000 a match day at the moment at home because ticket sales are down. The thing is, when Antonio Conte only signs his football club if he's promised money, and that's pure fact. He wouldn't risk his reputation on all of this to come to a club that doesn't win trophies. We haven't won an FA Cup for 30 years, 31 years now, right? And when you think about that, that's absolutely embarrassing considering you've won eight in the last, 22 years or something? 23 years? It's embarrassing.
You can't even argue it. It's our cup, mate. It's our
cup. Chelsea have won 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues, 7 Premier Leagues, FA Cups, League Cups, Charity Shields. Man City have done a lot. Man United have done a lot. And what have we done? Leicester have been relegated to League One, come back up, won a Premier League and an FA Cup, but Tottenham are pushing, pressing, considering, Tokyo drifting towards players.
Putting the pressure on.
Yeah. Honestly, Lee, this football club is a circus. I am convinced that we are a simulation to see how loyal football fans can be because we have got Daniel Levy is the highest paid chairman by a football club in all of Europe's top leagues. So he gets paid more by a football club than Abramovich does. He gets paid more than Ed Woodward and Stan Kroenke than the Aston Villa owner that owns the basketball team. It's an absolute disgrace. And what have we got to show for it? Seriously. What have we? We have nothing. We have a very
shiny stadium, and you've got a guy that looks like Ed Sheeran outside the ground with a banjo. Yeah, that's about it.
And is anyone blaming Harry Kane to leave?
You've got a fan base that, your fan base are so deluded at times. Yeah, but I think you've come to the reality that this is the last chance saloon, right? Because you've had Poch, you've had, go back even further. You've had Harry Redknapp, you've had Glenn Hoddle, managers like that. You've then had Poch that took you to Champions League final, took you to a cup semi-final, the FA Cup, playing nice football, getting a tune out of everyone. And then he's gone. You then bring in Jose, right, to get you to finals and win titles and trophies. You sack him 5 days before the final.
Because we didn't want to pay the extra $6 million if he won the League Cup. That's what it was about. That come out.
That's true. That's mad.
Jamie Redknapp broke the news in a WhatsApp group chat and it got leaked and it was deleted. Tottenham tried everything they could to delete it. If Jose would have won that League Cup, we would have had to pay him £6 million over 12 months. Just to put you something out, we're still paying Jose Mourinho off. We're still paying Nuno Espirito Santo. We only finished paying Pochettino off last October. So no wonder we're not buying players because we've got more managers on the payroll than we have football players.
Mate, that's mad.
Absolute disgrace.
It's actually mad. It's actually crazy. And do you know what I find funny with the whole thing? Yeah, is that I sit there and I just think, do you know what? You brought a guy in who's a serial winner, right? And you can say whether he's washed or finished or on the decline or not. Yeah, Jose Mourinho is still fucking quality. Yeah, and he got you to a final in your first season. Or his first season as manager. You then sack the geezer. Fast forward to now, the 28th of Jan at 9:15 my time, right? You've sacked Nuno and got Conte in and got knocked out in the semi-final of the same cup that he got you to the final of last year, which was the reason he was brought to the club in the first place.
Do you want to hear the worst part about it?
What's going on? Like, I can sit and slag Arsenal off all day long, yeah? When I look at you lot, mate, this is why I don't see us as rivals. Yeah, we're shit, but you lot are bad, man.
We spent 72 days, the longest wait for a managerial position in the top 5 leagues in nearly 40 years. We spent 72 days. We brought in Nuno Espirito Santo. This guy then subbed off Lucas Moura for Bergwijn, and the stadium went absolutely ballistic because as much as a bonehead Moura is, he at least tries, right? We then in the summer, didn't get Conte and brought in Nuno because we couldn't afford Conte because he wanted too many members of staff to coach these players because these players are dog shit and average at best. We've got championship players in this team that want to play in the Champions League, right? So we bring in Conte. We promise him all this money. We go, do you know what? We're gonna back you. We're gonna be successful. We're gonna get back in the Champions League. Oh, let's all have a party. No, we won't because we've got Harry Winks in our midfield. We've got Eric Dyer. We've got Virgil van Dyer in at the back line. And you know what? We'll give Hugo Lloris a new contract. He's 35. We'll be here till he's 37 because we don't want to go out and buy Dean Henderson. We don't want to go out and buy Martinez. I would kill to have a back line of Romero, De Vrij, Dyer, and Martinez. You know, it's shambles. The recruitment at this football club. How are we downgraded on Serge Aurier to then Doherty and then downgraded on Doherty to Emerson Royale? And then we're now looking at Lamptey. Oh, but we don't want to pay 40 million. How about we give you 16 million? How does that sound? Brighton have got a better defence than Tottenham. And so have Villa, so have West Ham, so have Arsenal.
Hey, Brighton have lost 4 games this season. They've got a better defence than Arsenal and Tottenham. That manager, I've seen a couple of people in the chat saying, who would you bring in? I'd take Potter in a heartbeat. But our fans, it's not fashionable. He's not funky. He's not got the drip. Yeah, he hasn't got the Gucci. He doesn't speak in like fairy tales and he doesn't chat bollocks. He just says it as it is. He puts his team out, sits back on the bench like that with his hood up, looking like Lee Gunner, yeah, and just chilling, yeah. And then he'll get up and he'll go, whoa, come here, yeah, you're on, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. You look at that geezer against all the big teams, mate. Maybe barring City, because City just slap everyone. Against the better teams in the league, that guy's record is a joke. Yeah, he's got results against us, results against Chelsea, results against you, results against Liverpool.
We've got to play Brighton in the FA Cup next Saturday.
I think he actually got a result, or maybe he lost 3-2 against Man City. I can't remember since he's been there, but I'm sure he's had a result against Man City since he's been there. Yeah, he is a quality manager. And if you look at their squad, it is fucking dead. Yeah, it's dead.
Average. They sold their best centre-back to you, right? Apparently,
they didn't replace him, and they've got better defence than us.
It's laughable.
Bro, their whole team, yeah, how many players would you take? You take Zuma and Lamptey. That's it. And maybe Cucurella at left back.
You know what? I take Lewis Dunk as well, purely because how bad our centre-backs are.
Yeah, Dunk's a shout. Yeah,
maybe their goalkeeper. Well. Their goalkeeper's has done a lot of big saves this season. You got to remember, Brighton are blessed with a fantastic squad. Potter's just doing the business. He looks like a PE teacher. I get it, this and that. Not saying you look like a PE teacher, just saying. But they call him a PE teacher.
And I'm younger.
Right? He's just doing the business. He's doing the business with a tight budget and let's be honest, an average squad.
And they play better looking, attractive football. And let's be real, right? If we're going to lower our standards and say, okay, cool, we're not going to win anything, at least play fucking good football. You ain't playing good football. We ain't playing good football. At least play attractive football and we'll slap someone 5-0 one week and we'll get all gassed. And then the next week we'll get done 3-2. Or we'll go 2-0 down and then we'll come back and draw 2-2. At least it's fucking half decent. Like, big up for that as well, bro. Come on. Make sure you subscribe to Henry's channel, man.
We are on
title. There's 1,204 people watching this live right now.
170 away from 500 likes. Let's do that before we finish the stream. I wanted to say one quick thing as well, right? The football club will look at it from Tottenham and Arsenal's perspective because they're both near the top 4. They don't need to add players. They just maybe a couple of results didn't go their way, right? I think you've got the finished squad now in the top 10 because the amount of players you've got out and for AFCON and injury and the players you've sold, and you haven't added anyone. It's absolutely bizarre. But you're gonna give Pandemic Pep, who put the cones out for Guardiola and won an FA Cup. You're gonna give him a new contract. And you will be probably without doubt the only person and me to say that he's not good enough. And it's like I call them top yids now. You know, you've got top gooners. We've got top yids. Last word on Spurs and Chris Carroll and all these people don't say anything. They just say what the media want to hear. It's just like AFTV do. It's a load of crap.
Hey, that's what it is. It's all about getting your face on Sky Sports, getting a little partnership deal. Yeah, getting the little gig. Oh, look, fucking so-and-so's thrown me a ticket in box level. Yeah, how about say it as it is, mate? Because I ain't interested in any of that shit. Yeah, and the mad thing is, I look at us, right, and I just think that we will give him a new deal. Yeah, 100% we'll give him a new deal. There you go. They beat Man City at home 3-2 after being 2-0 down. City had 10 men, I think. There you go. So he's beaten Liverpool. He's beaten City. He's drawn with Chelsea a couple of times. He's beaten us a few times. Yeah, he's beaten you. Bro, this guy, just give him the fucking keys to the fucking... Just give him the keys to Colney, bro. Yeah. But I look at it and I just think, like, the problem is that our owners... Yeah, and this is why when I see people say, and I'm not the owner's biggest hater, right? Because they have allowed a lot of things to go on at this club, right? In terms of spending £250 million in 2 windows, right? But at the same time, the owner is in charge of this process that's now a youth project. Arsenal fans sit there and say, oh, yeah, well, you know, you've got to give it time. It's a project. It's a process. But then as soon as shit hits the fan, it's Kroenke out. Well, Kroenke's the fucking owner of the process, you muppets. And it's going to be the same with you lot. You lot have got Conte in there. You lot are shitting it. If you don't back him, he's leaving. If he leaves, your club's done. Because where do you go
I was thinking about this earlier. Sorry to interrupt you. Who actually could we get? Because I don't think Graham Potter would touch this club with a barge pole. It's not even funny.
I think if Graham Potter's going to leave Brighton, I think Potter would take Tottenham.
What about Man United? Do you think you're going United? I
don't think United would go in for him. I don't think Arsenal would go in for him.
They could have a good setup there with Graham Potter and Rangnick above, because Rangnick's a shit footballing coach, but he's a mastermind when it comes to getting good deals done. You know, I
don't think United would go for him. Like the thing is, most United fans want somebody fashionable, the same as Arsenal. Oh, they have to be fashionable. They have to have nice
drip and
drip and all that crap, yeah. Because the reason us and Man United, the reason we're so fucked is because we've got a PR team just peddling out crap to the masses. We both have the longest serving managers in the Premier League. Most of our fans that support Arsenal online have never seen Arsenal win a title. But they'll push out all the propaganda, they'll push it all out, and they'll blame everyone else other than Arsenal and the club and the manager and this and that. But then when shit hits the fan, it's the owner. And this is why I don't think Arsenal would ever go for a Graham Potter. If Arsenal had Graham Potter right now, in fact, fuck that. If Graham Potter had Aubameyang as a striker, they would be in the top 4. I'm adamant of that. Bro, they have got a better defense than us. They create fucking chance after chance after chance.
If you choose to give Brighton Harry Kane, right?
If you give Brighton Harry Kane, they're finishing 4th. If you give them Aubameyang, they're finishing 4th. That's with the amount of chances they create. Average, by the way. Yeah, because he's such a good manager. They play such attractive, sexy, attacking football. They create chance after chance after chance. And then you've got your manager who's just come in, who I rate. I'm not going to ever slag Conte off. He's a bad man, yeah? He's now got another 3-week cycle to sit and drill it into you, yeah? But the one thing I will say here is if either of our clubs had ambitions of actually getting Champions League football this season, we wouldn't be sat here at fucking 9:30 on Friday night, Spaniel time, yeah, with no signings in our club and players left. We would have already done our business and be going, yeah, who are Man United? Yeah, what? West Ham? Fuck off. Yeah, Wolves? You've got no chance. Because we would have done our business. We've got no fucking, ambition.
Drive, motivation, everything, ambition.
Yeah, it's just a case of, it don't matter. If it works out wrong, we'll just drop another merch drop tomorrow. Yeah?
Someone told me the other day, right? You've dropped more kits, training kits, and you did that Real Madrid kit. You were playing as a pub team. That kit as well.
That kit was actually nice. The white one.
It was, but
no more reds. Yeah, no more fucking goals since we wore it.
Yeah. And you are down there with Lake Norrin. You are one of, I think, 8 clubs to not win a game in 2022. And we are. By the time you play a game, it will be. You ain't got a game for another 2 weeks.
We've got 2 games in February. That's it. That's it. We're supposed to play Chelsea, but they're at the Club World Cup. Yeah, that game's not been rescheduled yet.
We've obviously got Brighton in the cup. Don't be surprised, people, if there's any Spurs fans in here. Don't be surprised if Brighton beat us.
Mate, have
you heard about the centre mid we're going for? Amrabat, right? This just quickly before we finish. We're trying to sign Amrabat, who's one of our main transfer targets. He can't even get on the bench for Fiorentina. Oh, and he's going to come in and improve our midfield. Like, we already haven't got 3 defensive midfielders in Højbjerg, Winks, and Skip.
Just relax, bro. You're getting Kulusevski, who can't get on the bench for Juve, so it's cool. This is where we're at. North London is clapped. It says it in the title, mate. Yeah, it says it in the fucking title. Yeah, at the end of the day, I blame our fans for this shit. Because our fans have just lowered the standards gradually. Your fans, yeah, I'm not so clued up on your fan base, but what I do see of your fan base online, yeah, they're mad deluded at times, right? But I think now realism's kicked in that, yo, we need to back this manager, because if we don't, he's gone, and then we are fucking seriously shafted, because you've had the Jose, you've had the Poch, you've had Glenn Hoddle in the past, you've had Harry Redknapp in the past.
Don't forget when he sacked Martin Yole at half-time. He sacked the manager at half-time as well.
Yeah, Martin Yole, wasn't it?
Yeah. How disgraceful is that? Imagine you getting
sacked.
Worry,
bro. Chelsea sacked Ancelotti at half-time. That's how they move as well. The difference is Chelsea win. Yeah, and like when I was speaking to Matisse earlier, he was going, "Oh yeah, but you know we've got this. We're just what did he say? He said, I can't remember what he said. He said something about their front line. Yeah, we're just an Arsenal front line where our players are all hyped up but don't really do anything. A more expensive front line or something," he said, to Arsenal. I was like, mate, you've won 25 trophies in 25 years. What are you crying for? What are you crying for?
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah? I said, step inside Tottenham shoes for a week. You know, it's never a dull day as a Tottenham fan, ever.
Why do you think I've been doing this full time for 3 years? Every day there's something to talk about, mate. This club's a circus. It's a fucking circus. But listen, we are going to wrap this up. I know you got to finish up as well, bro. Big up to everybody who has watched live. Listen, on deadline day, we're going to be doing a double stream. One on Henry's channel. What time are we doing that?
If we do, if you wanted to do the last little segment of Deadline Day, say you did 9 to 11, we could jump on mine, say, well, I know you got a stream with at 8, so we jump on mine at what, 6:30 to 7:30?
Yeah, I'm doing
a little break, and then you can do a stream at 8, and then back.
Yeah, I've got rants at 4. I've got Goonie at 8.
So we do 6:30 to 7:30.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, 6:30 to 7:30 on Henry's channel on Monday, and then
jump on yours.
Then we jump back on my channel here and do the last knock into the transfer window deadline day, where we'll all be sat there going, "Well, this is crap, but let's get smashed." Yeah, the clubs are a circus, bro. Yeah, it's not about the fan anymore. It's not about the community anymore. Yeah, it's not about yeah, look, this is a great comment before we end. Yeah, big up Machiavelli. Yeah, Kulusevski is overrated because Ibra talked about highly about him a couple of years ago, but every time I've seen him play, he's not impressed. He's shit. Yeah, he is shit, bro. Absolute crap. I would take Lucas Perez right now over that guy. Yeah, and we'll end on this one. If Rams win Sunday night, big merch drop Arsenal Monday morning. Arsenal just funding Stan's American Dream. Do you know what? I disagree in terms of funding Stan's American Dream, but I do agree with most of what you say, Andy. You're a real one in the chat, man. I do appreciate all the donations and the comments and the love and that, yeah? I don't think that Stan's being funded by Arsenal because he ain't taking any money out of the club other than 6 mil, and that was years ago.
Insurance policy.
But, yeah, that's exactly it. It's a security blanket, yeah? And even though the Rams are probably valued there or thereabouts the same, if not more, than Arsenal Football Club, in your portfolio, you own Arsenal Football Club, you own the Rams, you own this, you own that. That now gives you AAA credit rating at a bank to then go and finance something else or to refinance this and to refinance that. And what fans need to understand is these cunts don't care. They couldn't give a shit. Yeah, so why should you give a shit? How about take our club back? Stop letting these owners fleece us and taking us for a fucking jolly up. The fact is, there's only 2 sets of people that can raise the bar. The owner and the fans. If the owner ain't Genu, the fans ain't Genu, then you end up like Arsenal. Yeah, trust me, Tottenham have got this coming. Yeah, big up to Lee and Henry. And nothing but facts. Thank you, Sergio, my guy. Come on. We've just got rid of Chambers. Realistically, do you see us signing anyone? Wallahi. Wahali.
Don't say it.
Wallahi, we won't. Bro, we'll sign a couple of dead ballers. Everyone will get gassed that they're the best thing since sliced bread. They'll flop. And everyone will be sitting there all summer before the transfer window opens. saying, Kroenke out, Kroenke out. If he don't back Arteta, I'm Kroenke out. It's ridiculous. But listen, we are going to wrap this up, people. We've gone 3 minutes over because I know Henry had to bounce. Thank you for coming on, man. Make sure you subscribe to Henry's channel. It's in the title. Make sure you subscribe to me. Listen, 1,050 people still here. We ain't even hit 400 likes, you wasters. Yeah. And in the next week or so, Master Splinter, who I've took away because I put the overlay, Master Splinter, yeah, I'm going to get someone to edit Master Splinter behind bars. If you know, you know. Yeah. And on that bombshell, people, big up yourselves. You've all been good enough tonight. And I'm out of here. Arteta out.
Enoch out.